Hello, this is Mitch King with the Daily Stock Report, December 2nd, Tuesday evening. This is a look at the Dow Jones. We had an up day and stayed up 277. Not too surprising in the sense that it's a reaction to a 679-point drop yesterday. And we might open up a little bit tomorrow, but I think still the general direction is going to be down. And this is the pattern that we've seen over and over. If we look at this here. And these patterns really mean something, not really from a technical analysis point of view as much as the psychology as well of what people are doing. I still think that the market is adjusting to the economic outlook, a lot of variables. There's so many variables now it's hard to even quantify them. But this is how markets act when there's a lot of unknowns out there and it's clearly not stabilized. You know, if you look at the kind of volatility that we've had here in the last couple months, look up here, for example. This is really kind of a stable market. Small changes, low beta, and now you see these big swings in all these different days. Real big swings. We saw a big swing yesterday. So I'm really looking for a drop. Some of the stocks that I'm looking at that are interesting. Here's JP Morgan. Let's open that up a little more for you. This really wouldn't be surprising to see this head down in the next couple days. The market looks like it'll open down a little bit. The futures are down. I think this is a tentative move. I'm not going to go heavily short of anything in particular, but I think it could be a swing trade for possibly several more days. Here's Wells Fargo, a little more bullish than the JP Morgan. Let's take a look at some other stocks. This Monsanto. We're still within that downtrend line that we've looked at so many times. And even though we had an uptrend today or a rebound upwards, it really is within the channel, if you will, or within the tolerance of a downtrend. The only way we're going to really be convinced the market's turned is if we see a substantial run up that has quite an extended move up, kind of like off the charts if that shows there. Here's another stock I'm looking at to short for a little longer period of time, maybe up to a week. I'm still looking for this one to do what we've talked about on these others. And when I'm making assumptions like this, I'm trying to compare what the market's doing and how these stocks are acting. And you're really monitoring them and seeing if they're staying within the range that you think they should do. So that's First Solar, FSLR, as you can see in the upper left right here. Here's another low price stock. It's SOLF. I've shorted this many times. I think that that's very possible to continue to move down. Now, for those of you who have gone through the Wizard training course, there was a section in there called a buyout rumors. This is what we saw here on Yahoo today. It went from about $10.88, went all the way to $12.50, back down to $11.20. Pretty easy trade as far as picking off somewhere around $11.88 to maybe $12. Went all the way up there, but it certainly didn't last long. That was just less than a minute, but over $12 was very possible. I've done really, really well with those buyout rumors, but it takes a little bit of a knack to understand that. I think I show about 25 or so examples of buyout rumors, and many of them are live in the Wizard training course. Very typical of a buyout rumor. That's the exact kind of pattern we see. Now I have a little bit of a hunch to consider shorting Yahoo. I know that Microsoft has some interest in part of their company, the search. There was a little pop there when Jerry Yang was forced out. He was either right there. It came all the way from 12.25 down to under $9. I'm thinking this stock heads down for a while, but it's a little dangerous because Microsoft's still interested in them. They haven't been able to strike a deal with Google. They got out of the deal. It could be worth a small amount of money to short this one on a swing trade on the short side. Let's take a look at the coal stocks. Here's Foundation Coal. Really anemic rebound there of 5%. Looking for that to be selling off. Let's take a look at Arch Coal. I'm just thinking this keeps doing the same thing it's been doing for 6 or 7 months. Just a lower high and a lower low. So what I mean by lower high is if you take this high here, lower low, here's a lower high from here, this point to here, and it just keeps on moving down like this, like you've seen right here. So you can see here this high, lower high is here. Just came all the way down. And I think we got another one right here. That's where I think these coal stocks are headed. Here's Patriot Coal. Here's Massey Energy, another coal stock. And these little rebounds that we have for 3, 4, 5, 6 days are opportunities to sell your long position if you're able to catch it down here like we did last week, and then sell that long position and sell short. And when you can follow these lines on an individual stock, long and then short, you really rack up a lot of profits. Here's D.R. Horton. It's a residential construction builder. I think this is an opportunity to have a small short position here on a swing trade for days. I think we're heading down here. Same pattern on the coals. Any type of rebound that we've had an opportunity to sell into it. See, there's a little rebound there. You see that here? And then we started heading down. The housing stocks are hard to find the stock available to short, but D.R. Horton has been one that I've been able to get quite often. To guess or forecast what the market's going to do, I think it's going to do the similar thing it's been doing, is each one of these rebounds, there's been selling into them, and this is the Dow Jones. And like I said the other night, it really isn't too important that we know that yet, how far down it's going to get. But right now, I think we position ourselves in some of these short positions, probably start looking at these tomorrow. We're still making the most money consistently on the intraday trades that we've talked about. Apple right here tends to give a little better signal than many stocks. So intraday trades are going to rule tomorrow, and that's going to be probably start to open short positions on a swing trade for several days on the short side. I'm going to have small short positions on some of the stocks I've showed you. Looking for a couple financial stocks, maybe like JP Morgan, possibly look at Wells Fargo, Bank of America. Nothing heavy. Try to keep light in that sector as well. Look at a couple solar stocks. Go back to the coals on the short side. So you guys take care. Keep your position size small. Keep looking at different viewpoints on your charts. And you guys have a great day.